I will never be separated from the one who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me, says Krishna. Nor will he ever be separated from me. So, we kind of ended last class with verses like this of seeing the Guru everywhere, who sees me everywhere and sees everything in me. So seeing the Guru or Lama everywhere you look, and seeing everything in the sense of all possibility in the Guru. Nor will he ever be separated from me. I'll never leave or separate myself from the person who has that kind of worldview. One who resides in this oneness, ekatva, oneness, worships me as abiding in all beings. So how many gurus are there here, is he saying? How many Krishnas are there? It's just one, ekatva, as abiding in all beings. How many Krishnas are there? Gajillion. Multiple, right? So one and many both. That yogi, no matter what he is doing, is engaged in me. And that's we talked about that last session too, of, with a person with the strong right intention, of really, really wanting to get out of suffering, really wanting to live a good life and so forth. That intention itself makes everything meritorious. Every act, because of the power of the intention, becomes a merit-making action. Going to the bathroom, eating dinner, everything just becomes a merit-making. Why? Because why are you doing it? See, why are you doing it? Why do I have to go to the bathroom? I gotta go to the bathroom so that my bladder doesn't explode so I can get enlightened quickly in this lifetime. No kidding, okay? No kidding. At some level, if that's real bodhicitta. See, that's what bodhicitta really means. That's why when you have bodhicitta, then the ball's really rolling. See, then the snowball effect really starts to occur. Bodhicitta means this kind of like transformative, obsession to get enlightened as quickly as possible, and nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. No other diversions, nothing like swaying, nothing like, no skewing of the interest, no divisions in your compartmentalizations and what's important in your life. Only thing is important. Only one thing's important. And then everything just becomes part of that snowball. You see, everything. The bathroom thing, the eating thing, the going to work, the hanging out with the family, everything just becomes part and parcel of the juggernaut to enlightenment. See, the bodhicitta, starts a juggernaut. You know what a juggernaut is? That big wheel, the big chariot, like that they drag around. The Hare Krishnas, like big juggernaut. Okay, big chariot to enlightenment. Unstoppable. So that would also be, if we had that happen to us in this life, then our life also would be worth living. Okay? So I think there's kind of like 2 or 3 things that would make our lives worth living. And without those things, our life will be more or less wasted. If we haven't worked hard enough to get that kind of resolve and intention, bodhicitta, the total, myopic, one-pointed desire to get enlightened as quickly as possible out of compassion for others. That would be one. To understand the nature of reality completely, deeply. The direct perception of ultimate reality. That would be another reason, to make your mom's labor useful, worthwhile. Okay? To meet an angel directly. To meet a divine being directly. Then you had, kind of done what you were put here to do. And if not, then not, actually. So work for it. This is the purpose of your life. This is why you were put here. You didn't get a life like this to waste, You didn't get a life like this to just entertain yourself, go to work at some mindless, endless job, get old and die. That wasn't the point. That wasn't your mission. We all forgot our mission. We're like space explorers that went through some kind of like field before we landed on Earth that like erased our memory of what the hell we were supposed to be doing here. We got a life like this because we knew what we were supposed to be doing sometime. Fairly recently in our mind stream, We knew what we were supposed to be doing, and we created some amazing karma for ourselves that put us in a life like this. And then we got this kind of like amnesia. We got like this spiritual practitioner amnesia and forgot who we were. And now it's time to wake up. Wake up, Neil. See? Wake up to who you are. Catch up with yourself. You're not an ordinary person. No way can you be an ordinary person living the life that you're living. No way can you be an ordinary person having had 3 days of teaching like this. I'll tell you what. Okay, no way. You're not an ordinary person. So stop thinking of yourself as an ordinary person and get going. See? Redefine yourself. You're not your job. You're not your lawyer or your accountant or your yoga teacher or whatever it is that you do for a living. That's not who you are. You're not your relationships. You're not a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a son or a daughter. That's not who you are. You're not these things. You are a Buddha in the making. You are a Buddha in the making. So do your job and make yourself into what you are supposed to be. See, and then you get that clear in your mind. Then you're making life worthwhile. And if you think that you are your job and you are your hobbies, I am a skier, I am a snowboarder, I am this, I am that, I am a father, I am a mother. If you think that that's who you are, you're wasting your life. Not to put too fine a point on it. Because you will just get old and die. You will just get old and die and have an opportunity like this that, I'll be honest with you, I'll be frank with you, okay? The texts say that getting a life like this is almost impossible. Almost impossible. If you understand anything about karma, you understand why that is. To have a life like this is statistically almost impossible. They don't say impossible because, once every gajillion years, the turtle pokes its head up the, right? And so, over the ocean, it happens to put its head through the hoop. This is the image that they use in the text. It's almost like statistically impossible to get a life like this. Almost impossible. And most of us are just wasting it, to tell you the truth. We're wasting it. If we ever got bodhicitta, real bodhicitta, we would look back at the hours that we spent watching Friends reruns and be tempted to commit suicide. As to like, what the hell was I thinking? See? Really? Yeah. Just a waste, a total waste of life. Watching TV, while going to the movie. I mean, there's a time and a place for these things, okay? It's important to rest. It's important to go to the movies and restore yourself so you feel, ready to go again. But most of us are using entertainment as the end, not the means. You see, entertainment's an end in itself in this culture. We're just entertaining ourselves to death, as Neil Postman said in his book of that title. Entertaining ourselves to death, thinking that the whole purpose of life is to just keep amused all the time. And there's a bigger purpose in life than that, to just be amused. You see, so take up the challenge. You have the opportunity. You have everything going for us. See, we have everything going for us. And all we need to do is to stop being diverted. We're just being diverted. So, I will never be separated from one who sees me everywhere, who's not diverted and sees everything in me, nor will he ever be separated from me. One who resides in this oneness worships me as abiding in all beings. That yogi, no matter what he's doing, is engaged in me. See, you get that intention, and then no matter what you do. And, I think that's really good news. Even some version of that intention, I think that, I can't tell, I can't read minds, but I think there's people in this room who have very, very strong intention, very strong spiritual intention. And I think that goes a long way. I think it goes a long way. We're still like messed up, and we still make mistakes, and we still have mental affliction. But if the intention is strong, the snowball is rolling. You see? So just keep the intention strong, the desire, you see? The path of desire, we call it the path of desire in the higher teachings. In the esoteric teaching, the path of desire. Really, really want to stop suffering. Really want it. Really want the goal. Really develop that as the highest desire. See, way more than Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Way more than just another boyfriend or girlfriend. Way more than a promotion at the job. Desire happiness, real happiness. And that desire alone, strong enough desire alone, will go a long, long ways in your spiritual life. A long ways.